it's Vibhu here. So viruses. Viruses, the most dominant species on Earth, are named originated from Latin slimy liquid poison because, yeah, it's somewhat poisonous and it's slimy and liquidy. But if you want to know more about viruses, we have to look into the tree of life. The tree of life contains bacteria, archaeotes, and eukaryotes. But where in the tree of life is viruses? To know that, we have to go to the origin of viruses. Scientists think all living organisms came from LUCA, last universal common ancestors. But virologists do not think that viruses came from LUCA. They suggested three main hypotheses. Reduction hypothesis, the escape hypothesis, and the virus first hypothesis. So in the reduction hypothesis, two cells join together to make one cell. And after that, somewhere, this relationship became parasitic. Let me tell you what happened. So the smaller cell began to rely on the bigger cell to survive. But then, that means that the small cell's protein building structure falls off. Thus, it has the ability to self-replicate and infect another cell and is now a virus. Second, the escape hypothesis. The escape hypothesis, this is when viruses might have come from genetic material. So, genetic material escaped their original form and then they eventually began to grow, infect another cell, and replicate itself, and it's thus a virus again. Also, next we have, the virus first hypothesis. So, virologists also think viruses might have come from the broken pieces of RNA. So, RNA is a kind of genetic material, but not like DNA. So let me just tell you what happened. So the RNA pieces became more complex. It could replicate and infect another cell. It is now a virus. By the way, I forgot. What is a virus? Virus is a small connection of genetic code, either RNA or DNA, surrounded by a protein code. Now let's move on to my most favorite topic. Are viruses alive? Virologists think that viruses are not alive. So, viruses do adapt to their environment. But what else? Viruses do adapt to their environment and have levels of organization, but they do not grow and respond to stimuli. The other stuff, virologists are still debating. So we don't know yet. But for sure, viruses are not alive. And I'll be clear on that. Now, conclusion. There are clear reasons why viruses are not included in the tree of life. But one question remains. In the origin of viruses, yes, what is the real origin of viruses? That question, my friends, virologists have to debate and study, plus collaborate with each other in order to find the most accurate hypothesis for the origin of viruses. But who knows? Maybe you, yes, that's you, could find the most convincing and completely different hypothesis for the origin of viruses. Oh, by the way, it's me tuning out. It's just the introduction of viruses. I'll share more videos about viruses in the coming weeks. See you next time!